It is a deeply historic derby. The rivalry between Spain and Portugal is ancient and heartfelt, and so this is an intense, intriguing Iberian affair. It is utterly unpredictable. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. The crowd rises for the national anthem of Portugal. Pair of neighbours ready to go at each other again.
Well, the calibre of players available to both teams makes this game a potential classic every time, Peter. OK, you may think the Spaniards have had the better of things in direct showdown.
Oh, it's taken out. That'll be a foul. Oh, it's not taken him long, and that's going to be a booking. Vitinha tries to play it through. Laporte kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. And here's Bruno Fernandes. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
Well, in these days of inverted wingers, Ferran Torres may be a bit of an oddity, Peter, but a very valuable one in that he gives you a lot more options. He's at his most comfortable going forward, but he does come in using his strength in one-on-ones, and that change of direction he can deliver too.
Yes, he's certainly the one who carries the hopes of his team. Truthfully, it was hard to see any better outcome there. Llorente promptly onto that, and that is that. And here's Ferran Torres. Now it's Oyarzabal. Oyarzabal! Wide, but only just.
Well, I think the defence are breathing a big sigh of relief here. He really spanked that, and it wasn't far away at all.
Vitinha, that's destined for the flank. Bruno Fernandes. He's going for goal! Oh, denied! Brilliantly!
It's quite a show he's putting on here. This is excellent work.
Cristiano Ronaldo, bustling and very visible inside the box.
Well, I can imagine it's going to be quite a scramble for the ball, but we know who has the magnetic impact.
No change to the score, 0-0 it remains. He has a look up. There's the shot! Well, the finish certainly didn't match the build-up.
Pedro Neto deserves a lot of credit for his willingness to make those runs. The passers will always have an option with him.
Pedri. It's a really well-measured ball. Brilliantly cut out. And he's gone looking for safety. Nuno Mendes. Rodri. Pedri. Nicely spread. It's a goal kick. Still looking for the first breakthrough, and it is nearly half-time now. That has ended up in no man's land. Bruno Fernandes. Rodri. And here's Ruiz. He'll try from distance. Fantastic from Fabian Ruiz.
Well, what a great goal from a great player. An absolutely glorious strike. just when no one expected it. A real mood changer right on half-time too. Now, all of a sudden, they're going into the break on a real high.
And he stuck it away as if laser-guided.
That's expertly finished, and he's done that so often.
So we have had the first significant moment. It is 1-0.
Well, that's changed the mood entirely, as you'd expect, Peter. It'll be...
Goes for a shot! Oh, it's come loose. Can he finish? And the ball's come loose here. And for the first half, that is that. Well, it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs. Portugal finding themselves behind by just one goal at the break.
Well, let's not beat about the bush, Peter. It's been fairly flat, and the support have had little to cheer about, so an awful lot of questions have got to be asked, and the answers need to be found in a hurry.
Well, it's been a proper derby so far, no doubt about that. Intense and utterly captivating. Well, that just about sorts out the first 45 minutes, and we'll be back with the second very soon. And we're already back up and running after half-time.
Well, I think starting this half in a strong manner is essential, Peter.
And the finish!
Pedro Neto, clearly...
Vitinha with the challenge, and he has given away a free kick. Portugal choosing to make the first change.
Well, this could be an indication that the team are setting themselves up for the counter-attack here, Peter, and he is very good at that type of thing.
He's found a way past. Ruben Neves. Portugal still chasing a one-goal deficit here. Knocks it out wide, and it's Llorente. Pedri, lovely pass, but can he get there? And he's definitely onside. Araujo. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, there'll be no accusations of a lack of effort. They're giving as good as they get when it comes to chances.
Laporte is there, and he can get that clear. Gavi picks it up out wide. Some excellent tackling here, and that one a perfect example. Real chance! There's a goal! Portugal are level. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
Spain can now introduce the first of their substitutes.
Well, this could be a bit of a nightmare scenario for the defence, as you're going to be facing a very willing runner now, especially one that likes to make those runs beyond the defensive line.
We're looking at a different game now.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so...
Chance!
Cristiano Ronaldo made it all look so simple there before he invited his own complications.
Spain have opted to make another change here.
Well, he's someone renowned for his pace and those darting little runs, but also for being a very good ball carrier as well. They want to add more dynamism to that front line.
João Neves. Gonçalo. There's the header! Goal! Portugal! They've done it! It was coming! They have their reward! satisfyingly simple. There's almost a sense of beauty to this.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down. But they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure from here.
OK, it didn't quite come off. The execution, I think, needs a retry.
Oh, shooting chance! And that would have been game, set and match.
Just got too eager there, I think, Peter. Had half an eye on the two-goal cushion. Portugal surely have to be commended for their drive and desire.
He's having a pop! And that is doing no harm at all.
Well, I suppose he was being urged to shoot. Maybe the crowd will stay a little quieter next time.
Pedri. Cristiano Ronaldo. And that's a simple one for the keeper.
Portugal nearly finished it off there, but now it's a case of waiting for the whistle.
No outsmarting him this time. Searching pass he's played there. Unai Simon gets his hands on it, and the danger is averted. Out of play for a throw. Aimed beyond the defence, and that is headed for the middle. Fabian Ruiz, and it's been shipped out wide, and the counter is on. He's found a way through. Plenty to aim at here. Big chance! He lifts the roof! And that really is so impressive.
I'm not making any apologies, but I was willing him to supply the finish, and he came up trumps.
And that is it, the referee has seen enough. A good watch, more than a good watch actually, certainly from a sporting perspective. It lacks winner of course, but the crowd largely satisfied. Gonzalo Ramos picking up the Man of the Match award, and no surprise there. Thoughts on what we've just seen?
Well, that really did fly by. It's one of these games where everything progresses at 100.
It is a deeply historic derby. The rivalry between Spain and Portugal is ancient and heartfelt, and so this is an intense, intriguing Iberian affair. It is utterly unpredictable. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. And when these two meet, Jim, we know it is special.
Well, the calibre of players available to both teams makes this game a potential classic every time, Peter. OK, you may think the Spaniards have had the better of things in direct showdowns in recent big tournaments, but I can see very little difference in terms of relative strength.
Oh, shooting chance! He doesn't look too happy with that. Little doubt who they'll be aiming at here.
Yeah, it's only natural if you consider what a great header of the ball he is.
Tries to get it clear. Spain have the chance to go the other way. And the shot! Goal! Portugal! And he stuck it away as if laser-guided.
That's just a fabulous, fabulous finish. Anything that close to the frame of the goal, 99 times out of 100, the keeper's not getting there.
They have what they wanted, the first breakthrough.
Well, he's certainly happy with that after what's been said in the build-up, you know.
Well read, nice interception. Llorente. And here's Oyarzabal, picked out brilliantly. He's having a shot! Vitinha, searching pass he's played there. He's looking wide.
Well, they keep pressing like that as long as they can.
He's picked his way through. Fabian Ruiz. Decent chance! Well, the finish certainly didn't match the build-up.
He did well there, held his run enough to ensure he didn't stray offside.
Está a acontecer uma substituição.
And now they can spring out of defence. Nuno Mendes. Well, he's not happy with that challenge, but the referee has let it go. Diogo Costa claims comfortably.
Spain are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
So no flag here. It's a foul, it's in the box, it's a penalty. Spain could not have chosen a worse moment. Not a twitch, not a blink.
Well, I'm not sure what body language the keeper was trying to read, but it didn't work.
Marcou para Portugal. Aos 29 minutos de jogo, com a camisola número 7, Cristiano Ronaldo.
Portugal are doing very nicely, thank you.
Yeah, and you have to say that the contrast of moods are very visible now. They really fancy themselves to go and wrap things up.
Spain making some potentially decisive changes. They weren't waiting around. And the shot! It's anyone's. In he goes again. He's hit it first time.
Nico Williams really had a decent crack at that. It was a full-blooded effort.
João Neves. And it's Rodri. And here's Ferran Torres. Distributed tidily. Plenty to aim at here. Can he finish? Oh, and they really should have been made to pay. Rodri. Now Fabian Ruiz. Now has he got the beating of his marker here? Vitinha does well not to be outdone there.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
That's a risky ball, you've got to say. And the pass is intercepted. Pau Kubasi calmly anticipates. That's the end of the first 45. Well, it has been confrontational, combative, competitive, everything you'd expect from Derby Day. Well, that is the first half done, and we are ready for what follows in the second. Back on the way then.
I think it'll be fascinating to see how they're going to change their approach here. They have to go for it and try and pull one back, but they also have to be aware that going 3 down will probably seal their fate.
Oh, he's found support out wide. Oh, that's fabulous. Real chance! Fabian Ruiz. Yamal. Yamal will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. That's a throw. Oh, good-looking ball. Oh, he's a sharp little ball here. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. Plays it through. Pass is just off target. Spain are, of course, in a position to go to the bench should the need arise. It's a good run down the right. Yamal. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Big chance! Oh, that was no routine save.
Ferran Torres actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Corner number 2 then. And he's taking no chances there. Engages. Great chance! Well, now it's a race for the ball. And he shoots! And there's his goal! Oh, that is a sweet finish, gorgeously controlled and ruthlessly dispatched.
Oh, what a touch. I mean, how good was that? Poetry in motion.
Shift in momentum, perhaps.
Well, there's a real sense that the momentum has shifted here, Peter, and the crowd are reacting to that now.
Bruno Fernandes. Great defending, strong and determined.
Portugal surely have to be commended for their drive and desire. Most teams would be taking the easier defensive route by now.
Rodri being given no time to dwell on the ball here.
Yeah, he's had so much room to operate in. He's been running the show, but maybe the curtain's about to come down on him.
Neither of these two want to come off second best. Vitinha defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Now it's Bruno Fernandes. That ball looks a good one. Oh, he's managed to get himself offside. Now some movement on the bench, and we are going to see a change.
Well, his stamina was called into question then, but there's absolutely nothing wrong with his heart and the efforts he put in. He was very willing, though, not quite able.
Pedri. Now it's Ferran Torres. Fabian Ruiz.
I thought it was going to happen then. How many more chances can they realistically expect now?
Nico Williams tries a cross.
It's make or break time now, and they're all headed for the penalty box.
And that's it. Spain perhaps feeling a little aggrieved with this final score. They clearly feel that their efforts warranted something more. Well, there's little doubt that Spain and Portugal are two of the 21st century's most formidable teams. Both ambitious, both obliged to win, both crammed with incredible talent, but only one can prevail. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. The crowd rises for the national anthem of Portugal. And when these two meet, Jim, we know it is special.
Well, the calibre of players available to both teams makes this game a potential classic every time, Peter. OK, you may think the Spaniards have had the better of things in direct showdowns in recent big tournaments, but I can see very little difference in terms of relative strengths.
So we're very much on the way now. It is that familiar feeling again, old foes, fresh hostilities. And into the grateful arms of the keeper. João Neves. And it's Mendes. Rafael Leao has it out wide and in space. Oh, that's neat. Well, that is one way to stop him. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
Rafael Leao, Peter, is one player who could be unstoppable if he's in the mood. Easily one of the fastest players I've ever seen. He's capable of taking on multiple defenders, and he can cause imbalances for...
Goes for a shot! Goal! Spain! One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
Spain have their opener. It is a goal of real significance.
Well, that's changed the mood entirely, as you'd expect, Peter. It'll be fascinating now to see what kind of reaction it will cause.
Now it's Williams. Looks a good ball through. He's shifting. Gavi! They've got to be quick to recover this. And he's quick to get rid. And here's Nico Williams. Oh, well played, well played. Rafael Leao. And the counter is on. Mendes has it in a wide position. Oh, that's fabulous. Oh, good claim by the keeper. He's certainly earned his keep there. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Some excellent tackling here, and that one a perfect example. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Tries a shot! And it's in! And they're threatening to fly away here. The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish. So that's two now without reply.
There's a certain authoritativeness in everything they do now. If they want to kill off this game, now's the time to get it done.
And he's got the beating of his man. Drive. Can he finish? And he nearly went all the way.
Well, that was really good running. The more he moved with it, the more he realised that taking the shot was his only option.
Not the best distribution from the keeper. Yamal is onto this. He is through here. Great chance! Denied by an instinctive save.
Lamine Yamal clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Spain with the corner, they're first.
Vamos ter 3 minutos de
Araujo getting this one clear. He's having a hit! It's wide, but only just.
He's not happy, and you'd expect that, but at least there's plenty of appreciation for what was a genuinely fine effort.
So, a temporary halt to the action. How's the first half compared with your expectation?
Well, I think things have worked out pretty well so far, Peter. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So I think the manager has to resist change at this stage.
Well, it has been confrontational, combative, competitive. Everything you'd expect from Derby Day. Spain sitting pretty here. 2 goals putting them into the driving seat.
Caros espectadores, por favor, prestem atenção ao ecrã gigante, pois vamos mostrar uma intervenção especial dos nossos artistas convidados para hoje. E vamos falar a entrada em campo da nossa equipa. Está a proceder-se a uma substituição.
So, into the second half. No, he wasn't going to be fooled. João Neves makes a dash for it. Ambitious ball here. Now this could be a chance. And the shot! Oh, denied brilliantly!
Rafael Leao actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
They've played it short. Vitinha. He's rising! That needed to be better, and he knows it.
Well, it really shouldn't be allowed to happen again. It needs to be dealt with at source.
Spain do appear to have made a half-time change.
Well, I think it's the perfect time to make a change.
And a chance! Yes! With fun and fury, they continue to do their thing. Whoever is in his path, he will always find a way.
Well, at one stage, he was being body-checked, Peter, and then the next minute, it's in the back of the net. That's wonderful striking.
"3-0, and things are starting to look awfully cosy. That's a good run down the left. He's got away. That's an excellent interception. Dani Olmo, that's an imaginative pass. He has found the way through. He'll try from distance. A real chance and a real let-off.
Well, there's always that risk, Peter, when a team commits too many numbers forward. You can't help but leave some gaps at the back.
That's good pressing, squeezing the play. Now, has he got the beating of his marker here? Fabian Ruiz. Now it's Williams. Yeah, that pass isn't the best. Spain still have the cards to affect this game. Kubasi. Pedri. And he's lost his man here. Now it's Rafael Leao. He's picked his way. And the shot! And another try! Oh, extraordinary.
Oh, what a chance. He probably had more time than he realised.
Sai e vai entrar para o seu lugar com o número 10.
Laporte. Fabian Ruiz. Bernardo Silva. Now, can they get him away? He's got plenty of space out wide here. Cross in. Now, he's got space here. Oh, that's clever. Mendes kept his eye on it, and he's there. Vega. Here's Petiña. And it's Mendes. Now it's Rafael Leao, and he's managed to get free, and he welcomes it in. Fabian Ruiz.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
João Neves. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Dani Olmo. João Neves did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Too much on it, and that is an easy claim for the keeper. Kubasu. And that is that. Spain pretty much in utopia, imposing themselves in the manner they wanted right from the start. It is a deeply historic derby. The rivalry between Spain and Portugal is ancient and heartfelt, and so this is an intense, intriguing Iberian affair. It is utterly unpredictable. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. And when these two meet, Jim, we know it is special.
Well, the calibre of players available to both teams makes this game a potential classic every time, Peter. OK, you may think the Spaniards have had the better of things in direct showdowns.
And a chance! That's another chance! He doesn't look too happy with that.
That is a really good chance missed, Peter. Certainly the way he's been playing.
Rafael Leao. Bruno Fernandes. Bruno Fernandes! It's hit the upright. Now it's Yamal. He is through here. And he shoots! Goal! Spain! And we have liftoff. And that will surely go down as one of the easiest goals he could ever score.
Way too good, Peter. Too quick, too smart for that defence, who were made to look a little lost, in all honesty.
Spain penetrate first. It is a truly precious lead.
Well, the roof's just about stayed on, but the crowd level has gone up a notch or 10.
Bruno Fernandes! He's gone forward. Rafael Leao. Oh, that's well spotted.
Portugal really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them lose it.
Oh, the ball's gone astray. And he's managed to get free. Gavi. Impressive jump. It's a goal! A quite incredible spell. They are flying. Not so much sophistication as doggedness and sheer bloody-mindedness.
Such good movement. Some players have that natural ability to be in the right place at the right time. We've just seen the perfect example.
Spain are now luxuriating in a two-goal lead.
You can really sense how important this goal was for them.
Chance, surely! Spain! And that is wildly off target.
Yeah, that was a fantastic run, and it showed how brilliantly energetic he is.
Cucurella.
Spain always have been a side that are known for pressing, a style that's very high tariff, Peter.
But it can pay off big time, can't it?
Yeah, just about every top side are doing this now.
He's got plenty of space out wide here. Llorente finds himself offside. Gavi. Fabian Ruiz. Now it's Yamal. Oh, that's fabulous. And he has been fouled there. Cucurella, just like so many of his contemporaries, is proving very good at driving forward. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Araujo does really well to win the ball there. He's gone down, but the referee just tells him to get back up again. Well timed, excellent interception. Llorente. And here's Nico Williams. No, not quite on the same wavelength. And he's in on goal. He's shifting through the game. He leaps for it. Not a bad try by any means.
Gavi.
Can he finish? Loose ball now. Oh, it's fallen kindly here. Relentless. Just relentless. And they are disappearing out of sight. Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Oh, that's great movement from him. He instinctively knew that the ball was going to come back out and put himself where he needed to be. The sort of thing you just can't teach.
And yes, it's him again. Spain find a position of real strength now. And for the first half, that is that. Well, that was as one-sided as it gets. Only one side have shown up here, and they're just tearing it up at will. Well, the players definitely know they're in a derby. More of the same to come after the break, you can be sure of that. So that's how it stands at halfway. We'll be back with the second half very soon.
Caros espectadores, por favor, não estacionem nas vias de acesso ao estádio. Obrigado pela vossa compreensão. E vamos receber os nossos jogadores com grande aplauso.
So, into the second half. 45 minutes to change their fate. Good ball, good take. He's having a shot! And he's stuck it away. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Portugal are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
Portugal may be down, but not out just yet. He's on it, can he get away? Gavi, chance! But he's left disappointed. Gonzalo Ramos, now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Spain can breathe again, just.
Oh, that's brilliantly defended, though. It looked destined for a goal.
Looking for the run. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the...
He's having a hit! No, just not quite.
Gavi really looked as though he had chosen correctly then, and yet we quickly realised he hadn't.
Vitinha. Now it's Ramos. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. Shapes to shoot! And he's found the net! And they are dragging it back! Game on again! That was easy, almost too easy.
Well, I'm giving him full marks for the way he exploited the space, Peter, but you really shouldn't be left unmarked in the middle like that. I don't think he could believe his luck.
Portugal now just needing one. And a shot! And collective relief etched on the faces of the defenders.
He's a lucky boy there. You lose the ball like that, and usually you're going to get punished.
Llorente. And it's Gavi. Well, that is one way to stop him. Can he get on the end of this? And it's played in. Laporte deals with that comfortably.
Portugal really are going for it here, Peter. Now it's just a matter of sustaining the effort.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
So the manager can make a change for the first time in the game here. And the break in play means they can now affect their change.
Yeah, it's no doubt a positive one. They want to make sure they finish the job from here.
Tries to pass it through. Pau Kubasi gets over and intercepts. Time is running out here.
Yeah, it's not looking good, Peter. Never say never, though.
Pedri. Now Fabian Ruiz. And it's Pedri. Oh, that's delightful. Played out towards the right wing. Just eases him off the ball.
Spain can really think about the precious seconds that took off the clock. No need to overly commit now.
Always goal side. There's the shot! And he hits the net. And this is getting better and better. Oh, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
Oh, that was beautifully done. They were ready to pounce, and they were clinical when the opportunity presented itself.
And in a trice, the substitute has scored already.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
Spain have surely won it, or so you would think.
Well, that's a really bitter blow.
Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. Portugal perhaps ended up out of ideas and out of steam. Some warm applause and acknowledgement of the effort put in by the players, but that does not hide the overall disappointment. Well, how will we look back on that?
Well, you can never predict the results of these games, as your usual indicators like form become pretty irrelevant. It's a tough one to take, but these players have got what it takes to come back from this.
It is a deeply historic derby. The rivalry between Spain and Portugal is ancient and heartfelt, and so this is an intense, intriguing Iberian affair. It is utterly unpredictable. Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. The crowd rises for the national anthem of Portugal. And these two meet, Jim, we know it is special.
Well, the calibre of players available to both teams makes this game a potential classic every time, Peter. OK, you may think the Spaniards have had the better of things in direct showdowns in recent big tournaments, but I can see very little difference in terms of relative strengths.
And we're underway. It is that familiar feeling again, old foes, fresh hostility. And he shoots! Marvellous goal!
Well, what a statement of intent. Who better to be the one to have the first say? A cracking opening to this game.
An opportunist strike, but he'll take it. He will own it.
The keeper might have been a little unsighted. He seemed awfully late in reacting to that.
So we have had the first significant moment. It is 1-0.
Well, that's changed the mood entirely, as you'd expect, Peter. It'll be fascinating now to see what kind of reaction it will cause.
And it's Ruiz. Out towards the flank. Llorente. Oh, that's fabulous. It's a goal kick. Vega. Araujo. This is a promising build-up. Now it's Bruno Fernandes. Engages and forces him off the ball. Ronaldo unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Great vision. Yamal. Good claim. No margin for error there. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be.
I'm struggling to work out whether that was brave or a bit stupid. Maybe both, actually.
That pass isn't the best. Nico Williams. Now it's Yamal. Gavi. Oh, the less said about that pass, the better. Nuno Mendes. Bruno Fernandes picks it up out wide. Cristiano Ronaldo! Pedro Neto getting up there! And that's a good finish. And there's the goal they've been looking for. A great delivery and a finish to match.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
So that's two now without reply.
Yeah, and you have to say that the contrast of moods are very visible now. They really fancy themselves to go and wrap things up.
Shoots! And there's his goal! Right back in the game! Well, how's that for a class finish?
Well, he's a defender's nightmare. You try to send him one way, and he just slips the other.
A shift in momentum, perhaps.
Well, there's a real sense that the momentum has shifted here, Peter, and the crowd are reacting to that now.
He's having a hit!
Well, a few of his teammates are quite furious with him as they felt they were within reach, but he made nothing of it. His boss doesn't look too amused either.
Llorente did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Araujo, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. And he's made sure that's not getting through.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Oh, well played, well sorted out. And here's Nico Williams. And he's running through. He's going all the way. Can he finish? Oh, it's gone in. They have done it. They have their equaliser.
Well, they were starting to look more and more threatening, Peter, so this comes as no surprise. The fans here are pretty fired up now.
A moment that needed composure, and he had plenty of it.
Well, that's great disguise he got on that finish too. Just toying with the defence, making them guess the wrong thing to do. It made him look a bit silly, Peter.
Well, what a game we have on our hands here.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter, when you've got two strong teams of...
Shot a goal! And the referee has blown for half-time. Portugal are finally getting a much-needed break. It's been absolutely breathless stuff so far. No, well, the pickings certainly have been rich in this first half.
Well, it's been played at such a frenetic pace. I'm amazed it's only been 45 minutes. I'm wondering whether these players are going to be able to maintain that energy.
Well, it's been a proper derby so far, no doubt about that. Intense and utterly captivating. Well, this has been gripping stuff. 4 goals evenly shared at the interval. It's 2-2. There's the whistle then to start the second half.
Portugal have been the team that have had the lion's share of possession and chances. OK, they haven't got much to show for it, but I think it's a case of keep going and eventually you'll get your break.
Spain needed that. They really needed it.
Well, that tackle was immense, and so was the relief. The great escape.
And here's Nico Williams. And the shot! Not a bad try by any means.
Nico Williams has...
given away. Just the keeper in his way. Goes down, but nothing given. Pass somewhat off target. Gavi. And it's Pedri, looking to pass their way up the pitch. Well, he's not happy with that challenge, but the referee has let it go. Cross goes in there. Gavi. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. And here's Cristiano. He's having a pop! And it's hit the woodwork and out! Laporte getting this one clear. Gavi. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do...
Oh, shooting chance! And needless to say, that deserved better.
Fabian Ruiz has every reason to be disappointed after being played in so well. The gaffer won't let him forget that.
Está a proceder-se a uma substituição.
Time then for the first substitution of the game. Almost 75 minutes on the clock now. João Neves, and he was quick to react. Now it's Yamal. Vitinha. Here's Rafael Leao. Now it's Bruno Fernandes. Tries a shot! And no! He had to, and yet he could not.
Bruno Fernandes has delivered a really costly miss. It could have been their last chance to win it.
Portugal choosing to make the first change. Gonçalo Ramos coming on here as broadly expected.
Well, it's going to make for a frantic end, Peter. Let's hope he's got enough time to make the impact he wants.
Fabian Ruiz. And here's Yamal. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Expertly cut out, really nicely done.
Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though.
And the shot! Oh, that could be pivotal! Oh, that has got to be it! This has to be it! He knows it's taken a big and very kind deflection, but he is claiming it nonetheless. Spain found a way, forcibly. Now they must hold out.
Well, what an end to the game, Peter. But now comes the overwhelming question. How long is there left, including stoppages?
Fabian Ruiz. Nice bit of trickery. Ferran Torres stood his ground strongly. João Felix. And it's Cancelo. He's on it, can he get away? Great chance! And that's it! They chased and chased, but it wasn't to be. A game that is a tale of one that got away. A position of great promise they established, but they lost momentum, they lost intensity, they lost their lead, and ultimately they lost the game. Well, how will we look back on that?
Yeah, well, I've been on the losing side in games like this, and I can tell you it really does hurt. It's about the fans, and when you let them down, it hurts that bit more. I mean, you can do all the right preparations and still end up on the...
It is a deeply historic derby. The rivalry between Spain and Portugal is ancient and heartfelt, and so this is an intense, intriguing Iberian affair. It is utterly unpredictable. Of colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. The crowd rises for the national anthem of Portugal.